Hello, everyone. I'm hoping that you all will be here because I need a little bit of help. I'm trying out a new webcam and it has a microphone on it, so it allows me to not have to use my headset, but I'm not sure exactly how much you all hear. So if and when you check in, then let me know what your thoughts are and whether or not you can hear me or not. That would be really cool. So, anyway, today I want to talk with you about persistence and failure. I know last Wednesday we talked about being aware and knowing that when a door closes, a window opens. And it's a matter of being aware that that door is open. So, today let's talk about persistence and failure. I know that's a tough subject. It catches me all the time, but I want to talk to you about reframing how you think about failure. I know from me, I get all sorts of negative feelings when I think about failure. And a large part of that is because of it being taught to us when we're a child that failure is a negative thing. Therefore, we always think of things of failure as being a bad thing to us. Now, I can remember when I was in the 5th grade, we had just moved to Germany, and I was new in a school. And I was a very shy child. You wouldn't know it now because I like to bounce around so much. But I was very shy. I'd sit in the back of the room. I'd never say anything. I'd certainly never raise my hand. And being in a new school, I hated changing because I'd gotten comfortable with where I was. And not only changing schools, but I didn't like my teacher either. I didn't think she was that great. So anyway, at the end of the first semester, I managed for the first time in my short childhood life to bring home an F. And my father got really mad at me. In fact, he told me that I was a failure, and because I'd made an F, it made him look like a failure. Well, and he was also very disappointed in me. Now, I agree. He should never have said that to me. But he did. And I cried for weeks. I mean, I cried for a long time. It took me a very long time to recover from that. And I still hated school, probably even more so. But I was determined that I was never going to make an F again. And I didn't. But from that time on, failure became a real fearful thing for me. And I still get hurt and very embarrassed when I talk about that episode in my life. And the truth of it is, it wasn't until I was in my 40s and I started some NLP training that I began to realize that failure is actually a good thing and nothing to fear. I mean, after all, Edison tried over 2,000 times to build a light bulb before he was finally successful. So that brings to the second part of failure, to reframe failure as feedback whenever it comes and however way you happen to get it. If you look at what others say to you, whether it's your boss, your family, your friends, or internally yourself, as feedback, then the fear of failure goes away. And you get an ability to actually learn from what you did and then move forward. So you don't have to blame yourself, put yourself down like I did when I was a child. You can let go of all that kind of feeling and instead create a new strategy that will lead you to success. And be persistent in that new strategy. That strategy being failure is only feedback. It's input on your way to success. Another plus in accepting failure as feedback is that you can let go of another negative strategy and belief, that of having to be perfect. Because if you're failing, if you're making mistakes, you can't be perfect. Besides that, perfect is really, really difficult to achieve and probably impossible. So, and with that perfection, you are almost automatically setting yourself up for failure. So instead, be happy with yourself and know that persistence plus failure equals success, and stay focused on your goals. My coach JT Fox says, ambition is the path to success. Persistence is the vehicle to get there. So persistent plus failure equals success. So that's the thought I'm going to leave with you today. And if you're interested in reframing any other outdated strategies and belief, read my book or message me. So I look forward to seeing you again on Monday. Y'all have a great weekend. Thanks and bye.